investors are currently experiencing a low yield environment and the pool of yield producing real assets is shrinking. Has this had an impact, do you think, on their portfolio allocations?
I would say that over the last 12 months or so, it's really reinforced the need for a well-constructed portfolio. I guess not only to manage downside risk, but to generate returns that investors are looking for. The TPA approach, which is the total portfolio approach, really just adds that extra dimension that you must consider for all opportunities. Is this the best use of my capital? And how does this help me achieve my overall investment goals?
So a sort of interesting change in mindset, but what exactly do we mean, or does that mean for investors' alternative allocations?
It would be pretty difficult to just rely on instruments such as fixed income, whether it be domestic or international, but they can use alternatives to really add that additional lever in the portfolio to generate return. But I think what's important is the ability to add that lever to the portfolio if you're really looking for consistent returns or lower volatility without compromising the overall returns. And recently, the current economic environment has really seen a greater level of uncertainty where people are turning back to alternatives in their portfolio. You are on the ground daily and speaking to a range of investors and prospects. What are you seeing on the ground? Why PBSA?
All investor groups now, I think, are ready to look at PBSA. As you said, it's genuinely institutional now. It's become mainstream. Even in the Far East, we now see institutions with stabilised UK student housing. The income broadly increases annually, cap rates are steady. I mean, the thirst for yield amongst institutional players is higher than ever. With other mainstream real estate assets like office, hotel, retail, considered now more of a risk. The residential rental sector, which includes things like student housing, co-living, etc., is now more in demand. And just looking at a recent UBS report, which put private markets as forming 35% of family office portfolios at the moment.